Hello, I'm Aiden. Welcome back to my channel. Time for more Polybridge 2 today. We're back in the Sanguine Gulch, World 4. See how much of this world we can kick out today, because I think we actually unlocked a second bonus world that I didn't notice before, which means there's not just that limited amount of worlds. There's actually more than that. There's way more in Polybridge 2 than I actually thought there was. So let's go. So Sloped Drawbridge is up next in World 4, and there is World 5, but we've had Glittering Gorge unlocked for a while, but then we've got Gleam Town as bonus worlds as well. So I don't know if those are DLC or if I just like have access to them. It looks like I just have access to them. But I want to beat the original 5 and then eventually circle back around and fix that damn elevator. But we're on Slope Drawbridge, $50,000, truck hydraulic boats, hydraulic car, which is interesting. So we have to get these dudes. Sloped Drawbridge. This shouldn't be that bad, right? But then again, every time I say that, especially with hydraulic levels, something goes horrifically wrong. So let's just make sure we get the star. We'll fill this with road. And then I'm gonna have to suss out, because A needs to get the star, which it will, because that star is peeking out up top. But then we need to pull... we need to pull a fair bit of road away with just these nodes down here. And they gave us these nodes over here, which makes me think it's possible to do some type of cable stay or maybe suspension bridge. But every time I do that, well, every time except for that one time it worked, every time I do that, something goes wrong. So maybe I'll just stick with my triangles. And because we're curved down, I want to do the triangles on the underside and see how that pans out. Just cause I'm feeling like it. So maybe it's time. Oh shit. But if I do the triangles on the underside, am I gonna have to push the bridge up out of the way? Or can I collapse the bridge down under? Oh, I should have thought about that, hey. Yikes. Ooh, no. Okay, maybe... No, hear me out. Hear me out. This'll work. This'll work. I'm confident. I'm confident today. You know what? I've had enough G-dang failures in this game. It's about time I get confident. So we'll support that bit, and then we'll switch to an over truss. For the bits that I want to pull away from the bridge. And then I can switch back down to an under truss. So I want to start there. Supporting this bridge is going to be kind of a pain also. So I'm going to have to make these triangles kind of as tall as I can, just to ensure their strength. But I think it should work, if I'm thinking about this right. Which, if you've seen any of my Polybridge videos, the chance of that happening, slightly low. And we're gonna have to split it. What was this called again? Slope drawbridge. So I could always draw, if I split it here, I could always draw both halves away, which could work, but then this whole stretch of bridge from here over to there is kind of only supported by what I can do on either side, because I can't do any support in the middle. But oh, whoopsie. I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. I'm gonna start here, and if things go wrong, maybe I'll figure something out. I always figure something out. I always do it. Sometimes. So first and foremost, let's get this built. And I'm using wood for now because I'm not sure how dastardly of a project this is going to be. I'm just hoping it's not horrible, because I want most of the weight to like funnel down from this side over here, and then from this side I'll bring it down towards this point here. But I haven't even put any hydraulics in, and I'm already near 20 grand of the 50K I have. So I'm thinking if I pull this away, it should contract this bridge out of the way plenty of distance. I probably, honestly, I might be able to get away with this. Because the boat is only this high up. So depending on what I can get away with, I might just be able to do a small hydraulic that side, which would be fantastic for me. And then this side I've just realized will need another truss piece, so I can start the under on this side. And then a little bit more of the boat is kind of in the way here, so I'm thinking I might have to pull this away all the way to here. Maybe. But then again, I'm incorrect so frequently, maybe I'm incorrect about being incorrect. So let's just do one of those on either side. I really hope this works. Because so rarely my first ideas actually pan out, that I just think it would be neat if one time, maybe just this one time, the first thought I had actually pans out for me. So I want to direct a lot of weight towards this middle bit. So I kind of want to expand everything towards that. And then we can like loosen it up over here. And then hear me out. Hear me out on this one. Could I be incorrect again? Maybe. But then I want to re-expand everything back down over here. And do something like that. I have a weird feeling that's not going to hold. We're at 30 grand 600. Honestly, before I even get to it, let me do this. Let me do this. Now, Now that looks promising. So this is no steel yet. This is entirely made out of wood, hydraulic, and regular road. But considering I'm almost 17 grand under budget, I feel it's not going to hold. But let's find out. 82% stress off jump. Yeah. You broke first. Okay. That kind of makes sense because there's a lot of stress coming down that area. Maybe I almost want it to be... I don't know if these little adjustments I'm making are weakening the bridge or strengthening it. But I almost want that weight of this, and then eventually this coming down, entirely coming down. This steel underbit. But just those steel added a lot of money, and it really didn't do a whole hell of a lot. Interesting. So much for the whole all wood thing I was going for. I'm actually gonna have to re-expand all of these two because that did not pan out at all how I expected it to. But oh well. So we'll expand all that. That's steel. I have a feeling this wooden side is gonna be kind of rough. But fix that when I get to it. Does it hold the truck? Yeah, see, we start at 64 now instead of in the 80s. Oh, really? Now what happened there? I did not expect the road to break. Can I get away with reinforcing one piece? That's a no. That's a no from me, dog. I mean, it makes sense, okay? It makes sense because it happened on both sides. Because all of this support from this weight in the middle has to make its way down these steel bits. So this piece of road is kind of taking the brunt of that because I can't build under, right? Because then this bit of road, or the hydraulic that's pulling the road away, is pulling away a piece of road that's rigidly held in place. So that makes sense. I can get down with that. That logic. He makes it across, which is bueno. Honestly, the wooden side holds perfectly fine. Does the hydraulic hold, though? Oh, that's kind of tight. That's kind of tight. But it makes it. Holy. Did I do this? Did I really do this for like 13 grand under budget? Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And honestly, this wooden side, oh, that's an accident. That wooden side could have been made more efficient also. Oh, look at that. Top 10%, baby. Top 10%. Top 8,000 of all players. I'm pretty happy with that. That is really... that's really good. That's really nice. That's really nice to see. So I did it for 37 grand. Let's see. Someone did it for 33. Oh, so okay, so they did... No shit. Okay. So it's kind of difficult to see because this is at like that off angle. But they did a perfectly straight drawbridge. And then it immediately curves down. So the drawbridge part of it had no added complexity of being on a curve. And they saved a bunch of money doing that. That's smart. That is smart. I can get behind that. Do we have any stupid expensive ones? Here we go. $83,000. What in the hell? What? It looks awesome. That, ooh, I think that's a cable stay. That's a cable stayed hydraulic rope? Did they make a hydraulic rope cable stayed? Am I using those terms correctly? I hope so. But this bridge goes over then under. It looks awesome. I'll give you that. It looks fucking cool. And the stress was only 56%, so realistically that is a very well made bridge. I can appreciate that. Let's see what is next for World 4. Trapdoor. 23 grand? What the fuck do you mean trapdoor? Trapdoor. So we've got to get the limousine underneath and the old car up top. What do you mean trapdoor? So I have to do... What do I have to do? I have to get him across first and foremost. That's the easy part. The difficult part is finding out how to get the limo to go under, and maybe the limo triggers something to bring a smaller piece of bridge down to get the other car over? I'm kind of confused on that point. Okay. Interesting. Okay, first things first. I'm letting my brain wander, and that's a really bad thing. Let me do this first. And I don't think either of these cars are very heavy, so I'm just gonna do a regular looking truss thing. Copy and flip it and place it and fill it, and that should be able to hold both cars. That's fine. Thing is, what do I do here? Can I... How many pieces of road does old car dude need to get up here is the question. Let's say maybe 2 bits of road. 2 bits of road. And then we'll support them so they don't fall apart. And then what? Maybe a piece of spring holding up a piece of road? Because cars intersect road. Right? Am I thinking about that right? Oh, maybe. Oh, but it fell down early. Huh. So maybe... This could be way out of left field. I don't even know if this is gonna work. But if I... Whoops. If I do... just like something to hold it up. Make the tiniest little bit of road out of a triangle. Is the limousine A gonna make it under? No. Answer myself, that's a no. I wanna make... It's called Trapdoor. The level's called Trapdoor. I should be able to make... Shit. Some kind of contraption that allows the limo to go under and then maybe pull the contraption out of the way. Right. Compress these, maybe see how that plays out. Do you make it under? No! Stop. Maybe if the limousine was faster. Okay. Right. Right. Is this not the right idea? Like, how the fuck do you make a trap door? Maybe, okay. This could be the right idea. If I hold this dude up with springs, like I was just thinking about, if I hold you up with springs, and then I put a piece of rope over here with a piece of road on it, like so, then maybe when the limo comes across, it'll bonk the piece of road to pull the springs out from under the thing. But then what do I do to get it to stop from falling too far? Maybe that's what this is for. Or maybe I could do it over here? I need to figure out how far it needs to fall. Well, shit. I feel like this whole thing is going to be trial and error. Okay, that works. No, it doesn't. It's too low. Shit. How about now? Huh? What do you think of me now? So, limo's going to make it. Does my trapdoor idea work? It totally does. It totally does. It pulled the thing out of the way. Now, how do I stop it from... How do I stop it from breaking when it falls? Is the question. Do I make a third spring? Do I add a third spring to it so its descent is more controlled? Or is that going to stop it from being trapdoored properly? Yeah, that just stopped it from being trapdoored. Huh. So if I just rope to there, that'll allow it to swing down somewhat. Okay, limo makes it. I didn't expect that happening. I didn't expect that happening at all. Right. What the... Why? But why? But, okay, so here's what I did. I added this bit. I got rid of that stupid rope. That never went anywhere. I added this bit of steel and a third spring, so that when these springs got pulled out of the way and were no longer pushing up, it landed on this steel and spring, which would kind of keep it off the ground from breaking on stuff. But then this part of the bridge just broke. 5 PG, 4.5 PG. Like, why? The old car is lighter than the new car. It's like, that gets pulled away. This falls down. But the bridges... The bridges don't, like, interact with each other, so I'm confused why that dude breaks. Like, is it as easy as just adding another piece of steel to it? Or is there some hidden physics thing I'm not understanding here? So that gets pulled away. Oh! Oh! It was just as easy as adding steel. Let's go. Nearly 10 grand under budget. Holy shit. Okay, well, top 14% is still pretty damn goated as far as I'm concerned. Nearly top 8k again, but I got top 9k, which is still fantastic. I'm glad I made that work in the end, because I knew my brain was onto something with that. And usually spring or hydraulic related levels I have trouble with, but that wasn't too bad at all. I want to see how other people thought to do this. I did it for 13,000, about 13,500. Let's see, 10,000. Okay, 10,000. Oh, they did the trapdoor to let the limo down. Oh my god, and the limousine was part of the bridge for the old car to get back up. That's creative. Saved over 3 grand off of mine. That is creative. I like that. Let's see one for pricey. 22,000. But we only get half of the bridge. And they used what looks like cable over here and a lot of springs. Now how the hell does he get up there? Oh my god, the horsepower of the old car pulls the limo back towards it so it can get up. I didn't know that was even a possibility. But hey, for 22 grand, what can you say? No complaints there. 4-5 triple decker drawbridge. $75,000 budget. So hydraulic, boat, hydraulic, and then all of the vehicles. Interesting. Very interesting. So all things considered, I have to do 3 separate bridges. Which, in theory, is fine. But I also need them all to be able to be pulled out of the way, which I think may be the troublesome part. Huh. 'Cause, like, ideally I would just want to do, like, bits like this if I just needed to do a triple-decker bridge, and then I'm sure it would be fine. But I cannot, because we have to split away 3 different bridges. Question is, can I make them... I don't think I can make them identical, because the bus weighs twice as much as either of these little guys. So I'm going to have to really strengthen the bus guy. I might have to strengthen all these guys, to be honest. But I could make them almost identical. And go from there, maybe? I don't know, I'm just spitballing. It seems like such a waste of materials to do something like this. But here we go. Here we go. Wasting materials has never stopped me before. So if I do something like this on every level and then just split and then just split it in the middle, Even though I really can't split it in the middle because the boat is right in the middle. But if I split all of them here... No, that's not enough bridge to split away. Unless... Hear me out. If I split them all there... and then make some big support off of this node that all of them could rest on. Wait, the hell am I doing? I have to split it. So where do I would need to split it here. And hope that moves the bridge enough out of the way, which I have my concerns if that's really enough or not. But if I do this on every level, is that logical, or am I fucking crazy? Because I kind of feel like I might be crazy. But I'm going to try it. I'll probably triangle time. Fast forward through this because I'm going to put a lot of steel and rat's nest of triangles in here because all these are stationary. All these are stationary on this side, so I'm going to just add triangles and make it strong. Same thing with this part of the bridge. And then I'm just going to have to devise some kind of thing in the middle here. So I'm about to find out if that's going to pan out or not. Well, I believe I delivered on my promise of rat's nest because there are triangles everywhere. This side I'm less confident on, just because it's essentially wall brace and then added thing, added thing. But this middle support, I'm curious to see if it works, because I'm pulling these bridges pretty far, which I think I'm gonna need to do. But out of 75 grand, I'm only 6 thou under budget. Oh, that does look really neat and organized though. Oh, is it out of the way enough? Nope, it is not. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Shit. So, I don't want to sacrifice it being, you know, that oddly satisfying perfect pull away where they're all the same angle. But this bottom one is going to have to be pulled away just a touch more than the other ones. Although it's still pretty close as long as it's out of the way enough. Which it still isn't. And that's the max it can go. Which is not good. Very not good. Unless I pull it further down and out of the way. Which will weaken that side, but I don't know if that's gonna help a lot? Maybe. No, maybe not. Shit, dude. How do I pull this one further without messing everything else up? Is pulling it at a different angle doing anything? I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me damn see. Maybe? Maybe? No. Let's go to the extreme. Fuck it. Let's see. Go to the extreme. I just need the bottom one out of the way more. It is a little more out of the way. Oh my god, it worked. Oh my god, it worked. But does it hold? But does it hold? Is the question. It locks back in, and what? Why the fuck did everything break once it locked back in? Because it was in place, starting off the level. Why does locking back in break everything? Oh, it didn't that fucking time. What the? Never mind. Never mind. Maybe my design is bad. Because if I have to reinforce every bit of this road, I'm gonna be pretty damn close to over budget. Let's reinforce the bus part. We know this lift works, which honestly is pretty cool. But the bus issue of all the weight, fuck, that's not good. Let's do that. Let's do that. Can one piece of wood make all the difference? Because I really don't have a lot of money to work with on this one. I think it's the fact that all the weight enters the bridge at the same time. That's the issue. Yeah, damn. Damn. I don't want to go over budget on this one. Perhaps. If I do this. Maybe. Now I'm only 400 bones under budget, but I really have no idea how better to do this than 3 separate bridges, 3 separate hydraulics, and being this damn close to budget. Fuck me. What? Why? Why that piece of road? Oh, what a fucking disaster. How the hell do I do this? Ain't no fucking way that made the difference. The only thing I did, because I turned all these roads back to normal just so I could afford this piece of cable, and I just added a piece of cable to this one side, and it works. I'm still only $400 under budget. I was so convinced in my own mind it wouldn't be that simple, and yet it was absolutely that simple. Oh my god. I'm just happy I did it. Top 65% is not impressive. Top 40 thou. I mean, being 400 bones under budget, I didn't expect to do much better than that. I'm curious to see what other people did, because that took me longer than I would like to admit to be able to complete that. 74 grand and change. Someone did it for 110,000. Ooh, I see what they did. Okay, so they made... Let me pause it here. They made the top bit that the bus goes on a raised, or like a hump, so it just goes over the boat entirely and doesn't have to interact with any hydraulics. But they crazily over-engineered. I don't know if even over-engineer is the right word, but they went nuts with the hydraulics. Hydraulic rope over here, and then this hydraulic... Oh, that limo is struggling. That limousine is really struggling. But yeah, those hydraulics were very creative, and I like the fact they just took the bus over the boat, so it didn't have to mess with any hydraulics at all. But 110 grand Yeah, that gets pulled away and that one gets dropped down. 110 grand, and it still says solution has breaks. I couldn't even tell you necessarily what broke. Oh, that one piece of road. Oh, rest in peace, the one piece of road was what got them. Shucks. I like the design though. Hydraulic rope. I don't know why I haven't thought of doing that. Not that I really have needed to before. But 74,000, let's find a cheap one. 55. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so they did do, like, these parts here. I even said in the beginning of the level, like, I would do little X's with steel if I didn't have to hydraulic anything. They did that with wood. And then use this bit of rope to provide support for the bus part of the bridge, which I also did in the end. I see some muscles in there. But yeah, those hydraulics were clean, dude. Has that same oddly satisfying up and out of the way that mine did. I like that, and of course it saved a shit ton more money than I was able to do. So well done, brilliantly engineered. Up next, level 6 safety gap will be on the next episode of Polybridge 2. Whew, kind of a triumphant triple victory in there, even though a couple of those levels may have taken me longer than I wish to disclose. But hey, 3 dubs is still 3 dubs, and a couple of those I did pretty damn close to top 10%, or even under top 10%. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, and you like me playing Polybridge 2, smooch that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.